Hello everyone, Maurice and welcome to Takes Invest, where we talk about investing, finance, and professional development. For today's video is entertainment purposes only. The stock we're going to talk about today would be Ethereum, ticker ETH. As you know from my technical analysis on Ethereum yesterday, Ethereum was trading around like the $2,800 level, $2,750 level, which is the psychological resistance that we've been testing for quite some time now, right? And ever since today we're down about 8%. It seems like the prediction that we talked about yesterday with the 60% of a likelihood of going down to the $2,450 level is coming into fruition slowly as we are seeing in progression in front of us right now. So I'm going to go through a technical analysis again just to see the psychological dynamics, the supply and demand dynamics in the market today. How are we shaking out going forward, right? What are the resistance level that we should be looking out for in case you want to further dollar cost average or build your position for the first time? And obviously my price predictions for year in 2021 as well. So stay tuned, stick around, let's make some money. Alright, so moving on to the technical analysis for Ethereum, ticker ETH. You can see that with respect to our yesterday performance, we were up about like the $2,800 level, and we had this like slight green candle kind of struggling, bouncing up and down, with respect to this resistance level that we've been forming historically, we've been kind of struggling, right? And you could see that the substantiveness of the resistance level that we've had here is relatively shallow, right? We have this one-time, two-time formation of consolidation that would form here on May 20th and also with respect to the May 21st level and subsequently sold off. That shows a little bit of a bearishness, right? And my prediction was that 60% were likely to sell off from this level, and that's exactly what's going on right now in front of us. You could see that we were kind of hovering with more of the downward escalated curveward, and then subsequent sold down to from the $2,750 level, which is a resistance level, down to currently the $2,500 level, right? Which, if you take a look at the line that I drew here, this is basically the resistance level that we've been forming several times now. Again, right, a more of a substantive consolidation level, right? So right now, I think is a perfect time for you to dollar cost average or to buy in. I actually bought a little bit today. I know that the $2,510 level is a little bit higher than what we were trading earlier today. I know when I woke up earlier today, around like 9 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast in New York, we're trading around like the $2,400 level. So I decided to buy another 3 Ethereum just for fun, because that's like a good level to buy, knowing the fact that we've been consolidated around these levels for quite some time now. And I'm gonna watch out for this market going forward, right? It seems like, with respect to today's a Friday, and also on top of that, Memorial Day is on a Monday, so we have a relatively long duration of a weekend coming up. So psychologically, when investors are going into a weekend, typically it's going to be more of a down day on the equity market, but also have some negative correlations to the cryptocurrencies market as well. So which is subsequently driving some of the selling pressure, right? Because people want to have a peace of mind when they're going off for vacation, going off for a weekend. They don't want to be worrying about like, is my dollar going up or down, going sideways? Are we losing money? They want to just make sure they secure profit, so they have the dollar in the pocket in their wallet, so they just feel secure. It's more like a secure mentality that people have or investors have across the globe, right? People just want to feel safe, want to feel secure, and which is subsequently driving the selling pressure, right? And this selling pressure is really driven by that exact meaning behind investor psychology. And when people are selling for that specific reason, is that really a logical reason in a business fundamental perspective or even on a macro utilization perspective? No, people are just selling based on psychology again, right? And when that contradicts with the business fundamental, that presents an opportunity for investors like you and I that think logically and think in terms of market adoptions and utilization, that this would be an opportunity for you to buy. And that's exactly why I did what I did. I bought in around like 9 a.m. this morning, around 10-ish a.m. this morning, and I'm going to continue to buy if we go down even more. But I don't foresee it to go down even more because, again, right, this is a relatively strong psychological resistance level, a substantive consolidation platform that we've been forming, right? Look at it here, right? Look at how many platforms we've formed here, like multiple, at least 5 multiple platforms of consolidation, and then a couple more here, right? So right now, testing this and bouncing back up wouldn't be surprising to me, knowing the fact that You can see that the MACD's already crossed down and the gap is slowly fusing together. Yes, it is kind of driving down a little bit, but it's because of the fact that today's a Friday and people are anticipating the weekend. On top of that, the RSI is already highly oversold. We submerged deeply in the water. So I see some sort of like a rebound coming, and we are kind of already rebounding from the $2,450 level, which we tested already. So we haven't really completely missed the bus or the train per se, but it's still a good level to buy, knowing the fact today is a down day right now, and also because yesterday was a relatively good day in the equity market, and also which have some drag to a lot of growth stocks, and also have some correlations to cryptocurrency, which is kind of like a pseudo growth stock as well if you think about that, like a Coinbase or like a MicroStrategy type of mentality. So right now would be a perfect level to buy in, and if we drop even more because of I don't know what happened, right? One of those hedge funds person or large institutional investors decide to be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just like I just want to be free, during this week. I don't want to be looking at my at the cash balance. I'm just gonna sell. That we might potentially have like a black swan event, but that likelihood of getting there, knowing the fact that the day is almost over in the U.S. market, we are like basically 2 hours away from the market closing, the equity market. That for them to make such a irrational decision for us to have this black swan sell off psychological mentality just doesn't really make sense in a logical perspective. So I don't foresee us to be going back down to like the $2,100 level or the $2,000 level, which is a true market psychological resistance level, right? Would be very I think the probability would be relatively slim for us to go there. But if we do, I'm gonna be the first one that's gonna come up and buy in. I'm gonna have my phone. I'm gonna be hawking that number. I'm gonna hope that Coinbase is gonna come through and and not screw me again this time, because again, right? Remember from my video a week ago, Coinbase crashed on us when we were dipping around like the $1,700 level, right? I mean, come on, like that was like the perfect level for you to buy in, because like you could see, right, how dragged, how much of an outlier it formed in the logics in the chart, right? So anyways, again, right, the right now I think it's a fair level for you to buy if you want dollar cost average, or the 2,450 if you want to be even more patient. The next level will be the $2,100 level, and then subsequent to that the $2,000 level. And if we even get more of a stupid black swan event, 1,750, man, be my guest. I would love to eat that up. So let's just put it that way. To go through the numbers all over again in most simplistic perspective, right? I think a lot of people love these type of charts just to understand like the levels to buy in as a resistance level. I think the first level would be like the current level, like the 2,450, which is coming into fruition from the $2,750 level that we were testing yesterday. That we actually came true at the 2,400. So that's the level that I actually bought in again, right, at 10 o'clock this morning on the East Coast. And if we even get down further, right, because of one of the big fund or big whale decide to sell it down all the way to the $2,000 level, I think a $2,100 level would be a really attractive price point for you to get into. Again, that's like a really strong substantive market resistance level. And if we even get down to the 2,000, which, as you know, that's a psychological level, flat number, in terms of that psychological mentality, that's a great level to buy in. But I don't foresee us to be going to that route, knowing the fact that most of the sell-off has been baked in again already, and the psychological resistance, the level of influence is really mainly driven by obviously again like the weekend coming up, the 3-day Memorial Weekend that we have in the U.S., right, which subsequently drove some selling pressure across the board, right? But thinking in a long-term perspective, buying it now, would generate a 100% of an upside from here. If you see the trend line, how it's going to be correlating going forward, $5,000 with 2 times your money from here in the next 12 months, that's an enormous gain. 100% of an upside is no joke. So that's something I feel very confident, very comfortable with putting my money at in Ethereum, knowing the fact it's the second most popular cryptocurrencies, and we know that cryptocurrency is not going to go away. It's too late for you to put that genie back into the box, and it's already growing so much with the Coinbase IPO, with the cryptocurrencies adoptions, with the cash balance that's sitting under multiple different corporations' balance sheets. It's too late for it to go down or to fail. Now it's at the point it's too big to fail, and as you are still contemplating, I think we need to think ahead in the macro perspective, and I think now is the perfect time to continue to build up your position slowly for long-term growth and wealth and success going forward. Alright, so that's it for today with respect to my technical analysis on Ethereum, ticker ETH. Against this sell-off of about like 8.5%, 9% was pretty logical, right? In terms of like why it's happening, right? Based on the technical analysis and how people are thinking about this psychologically, right? Hopefully you guys can have a better peace of mind, and don't freak out and really enjoy the weekend that we have in the upcoming 3 days holiday, Memorial Day in the US, right? Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, also bell notification, and please watch out for my next video coming up. Take care. Bye.